Yes, welcome back. In the previous videos, we have been discussed about an Arnold Kennedy's theorem. So now in this video, we're going to discuss about the acceleration of the link. How the acceleration link we can able to consider for the analysis of mechanisms. So mainly in this model, though, what we have been discussing is about the velocity and acceleration of analysis of mechanisms. How we going to analyze the velocity and acceleration of any mechanisms? As we know that the mechanisms only can able to transfer the motion from one form to the another form to do some any useful work, but how we can able to analyze the velocity and acceleration is in the form of vectors. So in the form of the vectors, we can easily able to identify exact analysis can be made by the both the acceleration and velocity of any mechanism can be done through these vectors. So now in this video we're going to discuss about the acceleration diagram for a link to find out the to find the acceleration. So you can able to see acceleration diagram for the link. So mainly whenever to form any link, mainly as we know that it should be a minimum at least two links should be there in order to transfer a motion, or in order to transmit a motion from one link to another link. At least two links should be there. In the two links, and minimum one link should be rigidly fixed. If the rigid link is not fixed, then automatically the motion cannot able to be takes place, and we can able to fix the n number of links in order to transmit the motion or power from one form to the other with the help of these links. So minimum or two links should be there, and at least one link should be rigidly fixed. So now in this acceleration diagram for the link, what we're going to be see is considering a 2 points A and B on a rigid link as shown in the figure. So mainly here we have been fixed the two links, that is the link A and the links has been fixed, means in this condition the both the links has been fixed. Both the links are both the points what we called as fixed in the form of rigid links. So let the point B, now we're going to consider the point B moves with respect to this link A. See, now we can able to see this point B, what we can able to see, this point B moves with respect to the point A. Point A is nothing but both the point A and B have a rigid link which has been fixed. Now the link B moves with respect to the link A with an angular velocity of with B, which moves with respect to A with an angular velocity of omega. We can able to see with an angular velocity of an omega, that is the omega is nothing but an angular velocity, and which is measured in the form of radians per second. The unit is radians per second, radians per second. So and alpha let alpha will be the radians per second square, let alpha will be the radians per second square, and the angular acceleration of the link. See, to find this angular acceleration of the link, see, first what we should be able to do, we need to fix the two links with respect to these two links, and both the link A and B has been fixed, and the B will be moving, B will moves with respect to A with an angular velocity. When it is moving with respect to A, the angular velocity will be omega, that is omega radians per second. Omega is nothing but the unit is radians per second, and alpha will be radians per second square, that is angular acceleration. Omega is nothing but angular velocity, and alpha is nothing but an angular acceleration of this link AB, which is having a link which is having a AB for this angular velocity and acceleration when the B moves with respect to this point A. So this is about the links how we have been construct. Now we are going to construct the acceleration diagram based on this. See, what is the how we can able to consider this acceleration diagram is, as we know that already we have a points A and B. So instead of that A and B, what is the which we have been drawn that parallel. Now we have been considered the A dash, that is acceleration of point BA we can able to see, and the acceleration of this point BA, acceleration with respect to this point BA from this point, where you can able to see this at an X we have been considered, and A dash and B dash. So all these 3 points that will be considered for an acceleration at points both BA, so which is moving in a different direction. See, because we have consider only the 2 points, so which will be having a points BA and points BA at point BA, that is acceleration in three different directions. See, at point A it is moving in this direction, at point B it is moving in this direction, and at point C this moving it is in this direction. So based on this we have been identified, we have been constructed the axillary diagram. Now next we'll see about that. See, already we have been discussed the acceleration of a particle whose velocity changes both in magnitude and direction. As we know that the acceleration of the particles normally changes both in magnitude and direction at any instant that is following the two components. Even the acceleration of the particle may changes at any instant, both it will be changed in the magnitude and direction, but for the two components or for two reasons. So one is the centripetal or in a radial component which is perpendicular to the velocity of the particle, the centripetal or in a radial component which is perpendicular to the velocity of the particle at the given instant. Next one is about the tangential component. See where we can able to see this, both the radial component and a tangential component. One is radial component and a tangential component. So this gives or this makes us then a two components which the radial component and a tangential component that forms as an acceleration. Thus the link AB, the velocity of the point B with respect to A is perpendicular to the link as shown in the AB. This is what we can able to see. This is perpendicular to the B, which is having the links at A and B. Now considering that since the point B moves with respect to A with an angular velocity, when the point B moves with respect to a point A which and having an angular velocity and acceleration of omega and alpha, so therefore the centripetal or in a radial component of both the centripetal and a radial acceleration of B with which will be having a respect to A. This is how we can able to identify this. Now coming to this, we can able to find out that acceleration at BA that will be the equal to m square into the length of link AB. So what is this length of link AB is there? Based on that the acceleration of BA, so that will be equal to AB. Now we can able to substitute, that is m square into AB will be equal to vector that is BA divided by delta B. So based on this we can able to find out the both the axial component and a radial component. Now this radial component of acceleration acts perpendicular to the velocity VBA. In other words, it acts parallel to the link AB. So this radial component of acceleration acts perpendicular to the velocity VBA, that is vector BA, and it acts parallel to the link AB. So we know the tangential component of acceleration B with respect to A. So that is acceleration of BA will be equal to A into length of link AB will be equal to A into B. So A is nothing but acceleration of AB. So now by using this tangential component of acceleration acts parallel to the velocity, that is vector BA. In the other words, it acts perpendicular to the AB. Even it is acts as a tangential component of acceleration of the velocity vector BA, and even it acts as a perpendicular to the link AB. So in order to draw this acceleration diagram, now from any point B we can able to draw the parallel to the BA and to represent the radial component of acceleration of point B when which is moving with respect to A. So this is how we can able to form the acceleration of the links. So based on these conditions only we can able to construct this both the link and an acceleration diagram for the acceleration diagram for the link. Thank you.